same one?
It's the ending of it.
To go
See,
in
you all
and
got-
we have
yeah,
already.
right, that's the latter part of it, right there. See, you all got it, 1 to 38,
Okay.
this is the back order. That you, hey, one, I need some extra copies.
Okay, how many more?
Who all don't have a copy?
Well, I don't have one.
I want one.
One of the back, one of the, is it more pages than 38? Okay.
It should
It's
be,
38 to 54.
Okay, I don't have that.
you got 38,
I've got to page 38.
and she's running off 54 now, page, from 38 to 54 now.
Here, Terry.
No, she gonna get it. Just necessarily what?
38 to 54.
Well, you put yours together. Hey, we got time.
Oh, she's probably get another one, I think.
Oh, well, he has 38, all the way to 38.
38 to 54, right?
Yeah, I didn't have 38 to 54.
Now he's got it.
Now you have the whole thing.
The whole thing.
Okay.
Okay, do we need to wait on Wanda to run the copies, or?
Well, it depends. If you sit beside somebody who got 38,
Do you and Keith have one?
I've got one.
I have all of it, yes, sir.
Okay, do you have one yet? Okay. Mr. Taylor, do you have one, 38 to 54?
Yeah.
You do, okay. Mr. Bradford, do you have 38 to 54? Okay, okay, so we'll go ahead and start, it's 4:01, so Mr. Minifield, will you go ahead and get started?
does she know what
on-
she's supposed to do? 39? Okay,
Yeah.
all right. Listen, I'm gonna make a long story short. This thing here's about over. We just got some things we got to tweak. You all need to sit down and decide your hours of operation for different kind of establishment, that kind of thing. But as far as the whole thing, the outline is there, the skeleton, you just got to put the meat on it there. But I'm not so sure this is the forum that we wanna use for that. That will probably wanna be a forum where just the council, members sit down, like you were doing the last time y'all put all that together, that it just wasn't recorded, that was the problem. Otherwise, I would have had it. You remember the night y'all discussed that? Okay, that's what we gotta do now. Find out, which method we're gonna use to, carry the distance from maybe a church to, an establishment, which are just, two methods. Probably depending on the situation, I don't know whether we could use both methods.
But even that may not make a difference
Right.
with this new provision.
I think we should just probably come up with one method, and because if not, it would look like we would be being biased from one establishment to the other. We should just, they talk about one with the sidewalk, and they talk about one for property line to the corner of the building. I think both of them, wasn't the revised statute, wasn't it 300 feet? I know it used to be 400, but now it's 300.
Okay.
So, what do you guys think, as far as, you think we should just have one method so we can stay uniform?
The city already have one right now.
Property line, property line.
Find out what they using already.
Okay, so what are we using now? Property line to
I don't
property
know.
line?
That's what the book says,
Property line,
but I think Mr. Cooley been using door to door,
See, that's what I'm saying, we need to find out
right?
and be congruent with it.
I've been using whatever Minifield told me to.
I like to throw it on somebody.
I always thought it was
You
property
supposed to do what the
line,
book says.
I always thought it was property line to property line too, but whenever he figured it for me, he said we had to find all of the state law.
Well, I asked you about the place, and you told me from doorstep, from door.
And that's what he told me last time,
That's what you told me.
that that was state law.
door to door,
No, property line to property.
property line to property.
Property line to the door of the
Okay, so
establishment.
we need somebody here kinda writing this down.
I will.
Okay,
Y'all need to vote on that, or how y'all wanna deal with it?
Can't really vote on anything here.
well, in a workshop, we can't vote on it, we gotta get all the ordinance put together and then take it to the council meeting.
But that would be one of the issues.
I gave Terry mine.
I have a question.
Mhm.
On this, there's black writing, red writing, I know what that is, what's blue writing?
That was the thing that we're gonna have to deal with, we're dealing with now. I don't, that was the old, the first one I passed out, right?
Okay, I didn't know what the blue
Yeah.
stood for. That was the first one? Okay.
We have to make a decision on where.
So,
So I start on page, one of them is on page 21,
Is there any more?
the applicant is cooperation,
Is
and
there any more? Is there any more of those
so
sheets?
guys, what do y'all want to hand to write down? Property line to property line, or property line to door, or property line to the corner of the building?
Aren't there two methods that are described in there, you gotta use one or the other?
There's two.
Isn't that,
There's one that says property line to property line, and one that says property line to the corner of the building.
the premises that is at?
Uh-huh.
Right, because it's referred to as premises because your alcohol license is for that particular building, am I right?
That's
Mr.
correct.
Redfield?
What was it, Terry, property line to what?
There's
Yeah, I know.
property line to property line,
Uh-huh.
and then I think Mr. Cooley said door to door.
No.
No,
Property line.
It's in there, one is property.
I think. it's-
Ours is property line to property line. You need to read the ones that are in here because that's your two choices.
Okay, you have a page on that?
what, did you have a
Page
page?
26 and 27.
Thank you.
Actually, it's the top of 27 gives you the, well, it starts at bottom of 26 and it goes to 27.
Okay.
AB, the AB, I think are the two.
You know, for something like this, we might want to be looking at property line and property. More.
It says the municipality may adopt an ordinance establishing an alternate method of measurement of the 300-foot limitation by measuring in a straight line from the nearest point of the property line of the church or synagogue, public library, school, daycare, etc. Nearest point to the premises to be licensed.
To the premises to be licensed, that
Mhm.
means
That's
the
property
building.
line.
That means the building.
27 of 38. Such alternate methods of measure shall only apply prospectively to the issuance of a new alcohol permit on or after the date of the ordinance has been adopted. So, since there aren't any newer revisions, these are all gonna be new.
Well, any restaurant that has an alcohol license now would fall under that.
Under what?
The provisions of where it says it has to be a new application. You know, anybody that has an alcohol license now, if you state a new rule, they're gonna be grandfathered even if they don't meet your new rule.
Yeah, but we don't have anybody with not that I know of, other than the restaurants. got-
Right, but they have alcohol licenses
Right.
for operating in their restaurants.
Well, see, in one area, it says municipalities, divided into subdivisions with streets, blocks, sidewalks, etc., subject to the adoption of an alternate method of measurements as provided for in the paragraph. But the sidewalk thing probably wouldn't work for us because a lot of places that are gonna want, don't even have sidewalks. So you can't walk as the sidewalk follows to get to the, so, to me, we need to go with some kind of property line to property line point.
Or to the building,
Or
to the
or-
premises,
or
because
to
you
the
got
building.
I think the building would be,
the premises.
that's stretching it 400 right there. A lot, you know. We wanna try to, especially for schools and churches and those kind of things.
Well, should we just go property line to property line?
Property line.
Can we do that if they don't, if that's not one of the choices here?
It is the,
Well, it says, one of them's distance shall be measured as a person walks using sidewalks from the nearest point of the property line. And then,
But B is that, isn't it?
and then
the
B,
is property line.
They all say to the premises, and when you read the alcohol licensing, the premises is the building that the alcohol is licensed to. They can't sell alcohol in their parking lots, that's not part of the premises. The premises, the way Minfield explained it to me last time, was the building that the license came into. I wanna be careful of not hurt, I mean, that's,
from the nearest.
Cause it's gonna make a
point of the
big
property
difference
line
when
of the
Walmart
church
applies
to
for
the
their alcohol license.
Public library or school to the nearest point of the premises. Read B.
So is premises the building or the property line?
It says the municipality may
Yeah.
adopt an ordinance establishing alternate method of measurement of the 300 feet limitation by measuring in a straight line from the nearest point of the property line of the church. The nearest point of the property line of the church to the nearest point of the premises of the license.
So that's the building,
Mm-hmm.
okay?
So for example,
Walmart in that church.
well, so, you go to the property line of the church and then you go to the property line of Walmart. So do you cut?
No, the
No,
building.
premises of the.
The premise to the building.
Well, I mean, so do you go to like the garden center, to that corner?
Corner out there by the gas station.
It says to the nearest point.
No, of the premises is the
Premises
building.
means the building or that part of the building is defined in the application for the permit in which beverages of low alcohol content are sold, except in cases where such beverages are regularly sold or served outside the building. The term shall include such outside areas.
In your case, the courtyard will be included.
Be the grocery store.
Yeah, yeah.
See, these are the things that you all gonna have to.
So you've got that whole parking lot that's not part of the premises.
Correct.
Okay.
Even though there's a convenience store there, but that wouldn't happen.
That doesn't belong to Walmart.
It's
Yeah,
not
that's
Walmart.
not Walmart.
Yeah,
That's Murphy.
that's owned by Murphy Oil.
They wouldn't be able to.
If you go, premises should be property line.
Well, it
If
has
you
a
go on
different,
the school campus, and you on that, anywhere on that campus, that's considered as the premise.
And you do use.
That's right,
you
if
do
you on
use
that
the
property, that's premise.
you
The
do
way
use
that
this-
is written, you do use the property line on the church.
Right.
But on the store, you use the actual building that is. on
So
the
like,
store
for
side.
example, if there was a store close to Webster Junior High School, you would go, let's say the store's set down there on Fincher Road where those apartments are.
Well, there's a store sits right across the street from Webster School.
Okay, yeah, well, there is,
There's a little convenience store right there. You know, if they apply for an alcohol license, you're gonna have to measure from the nearest point of the school property, which is gonna be right directly across the street from him there.
and then you go to.
And then measure to the front, to the nearest point of his building. And if that's not 300 feet, he's out.
Okay,
Whereas for Walmart, you know, we're gonna get on that corner at the nearest point
Sure.
of their property, and we're gonna measure to the nearest point of that building, and if it's over 300 feet, they're in.
So
Well, that's, yeah, but that's what you all gotta do now.
B,
Come
B
up
is
with
more
there.
liberal.
figure.
Who gonna do all this measuring?
Well, that's gonna fall to me, I'm sure. That's why I'm trying to be sure I understand what's going on here.
You know, it might be if you kinda go out and do one of those, do a couple of, come back and explain it to the council, what you're dealing with and.
But the way I understood it, we only have two choices.
Right.
Either as you walk along the pedestrian way, or straight line method.
and to me, this is just me and you guys are the ones voting out here. But it's gonna be easier to do from property line to the corner of the building because different people walk different ways. I mean, when there's not a
And
sidewalk.
let me throw this out there for you. If we do it straight line, which is the most conservative way to do it, I can sit at my desk and do it accurately with our GIS system. You won't ever even have to go there. I can click on one point and pull it down, and unless it's real close, if we're getting down to just 3 feet, well, then we go walk it with a wheel.
What do you think, Ms. Walker?
Property line, that's what's in here.
So,
Property line to property line is not an option though. Mr. Minnifield, you got it written down here, there's only 2 options. To be
Statute
following,
is
to be
clearly
following the
defined, there is
revised
property line
statute.
and property line.
But
But that was not one of our options now.
The state law overrides that.
Am I right?
Who's got a copy of the state law?
That's
Mr.
supposed to be,
Minister,
well, no, that's
the,
in red.
the red is the state law, Mr. Bradford. On page 27.
I got it.
Okay.
So the more liberal of the two, I'm thinking, is B.
City municipality.
Mr. Taylor, what do you think?
It don't matter what I think.
Do you have an opinion?
Okay, let's keep moving.
Okay,
All this will come down to a vote later on.
okay. So what's the next thing we need to assure of? The times?
The business hours.
Okay. So that's on page 10 of 38. And there's not a state law on that, that's just whatever the council wants to do, correct? Council, what do y'all want?
What did we say before? It was gonna open at 10 in the morning or 9 in the morning?
What page is that?
It depends on what.
It's on
I
page
know,
10,
I
Mr.
know,
Bradford.
what did we talk about?
7 o'clock in the morning.
Okay,
Okay,
and that goes till midnight, okay, except for Sundays? Well, we were talking about the fishermen getting beer before they go out.
Oh, I wasn't.
Oh, that was, I'm sorry, that was at the last workshop. Mondays to Saturdays.
so what is y'all's thoughts on Sunday? Ms. Walker,
You said
12? Okay,
Open it for you.
is that everything full blown, or just beer? I mean, do you
Just
want-
alcohol,
Just everything?
hard liquor.
Okay. I mean, do we wanna let the hard liquor stores open on Sunday as well, or just the convenience stores sell beer?
I thought it was just a convenience store selling beer
Okay,
and
do,
wine,
so-
low alcohol content. You didn't say anything about hard liquor being sold on Sunday.
okay, so like Daiquiri Express is gonna sell daiquiris and be a liquor store. Are we gonna allow them to open on Sundays, or are they gonna, where they open, they just sell beer and daiquiris, or for the liquor stores to stay closed on Sundays?
Mr. Minfield, there are some blue laws they used to be referred to that a lot of the state, or, do we know anything about those, what they are, or where they come from, or if they're applicable, or?
Well, you know, you got different laws for different states. We can't jump over and take anything that Texas has.
Right. Right, I always
Unless
understood
it's condoned by the state.
I always understood that the blue laws were what the state used to govern the alcohol sales on Sundays and nights.
That might have been what they called them over there, you know.
Well, this was in Louisiana.
Okay.
Does anybody
But I don't know
know,
what they are.
Louisiana got.
does anybody know if Thrifty Liquor's open in Bossier on Sunday?
For beer,
Just for beer
I
only?
think so.
Yeah, it's just
I know
beer.
Mike's
Beer and
sells
wine.
everything on Sunday.
But he's in Dixie Inn.
Yeah, it's right next to us.
So do we wanna go the same path Dixie Inn goes and have everything on Sunday? Council?
It says here some blue laws such as Louisiana's are hit and miss. The state permits Sunday sales of anything at New Orleans, World's Fair, and in the French quarters of the city, but it allows only liquor and food sales in the rest of the city, so. That gives you an idea.
It has to be all.
I don't think they should sell alcohol on Sunday.
Hard liquor.
Okay, so,
High content.
okay, so what, let's leave hard liquor out. Now, what, Ms. Walker, what do you think about daiquiri machines? I guess that would be hard liquor, wouldn't
That's
it?
hard liquor.
Yep.
Okay.
Depends on the alcohol content of the drink that they're serving.
And generally they
If
are.
it's less than 6%,
Well,
Low content.
the thing about it is Daiquiri Express, for example, could be open, they could sell beer, and they could sell their
Beer.
daiquiris, they just won't be able to sell their hard liquor.
Yeah, 'cause that's by the cup, right?
Yeah,
But see now,
some places sell it by the
here's
gallon.
something that they have to be aware of, they have to, if it's a daiquiri, cup of beer or something like that, we have an open container law. They can't contradict that just because they
Piece of
buy it at a
tape on
place
it.
like that.
Well,
That's some way they can fasten it up, that's the only way I know, they put tape across the top.
yeah,
And it's not,
That's- that
you know
open
how
con-
long that lasts.
yeah, well, but what they do after they get in their car is their business.
Right.
But, you know, we'll have the ordinance in place, and it's covered in this one you have. So we're gonna go, what were those hours again, Ms. Boxon?
7 AM to midnight, Monday to Saturday, for everything.
Okay,
On Sundays,
noon,
12 noon to midnight or to 10?
I thought we said.
No.
what now?
We're not gonna let convenience stores stay open till 12 o'clock selling out beer.
No, but it was different for the
She's saying
service
everything,
stations, for the convenience stores, that time was
No.
different for them. Even with their, sales, it was supposed to, we said,
9 or 10.
yeah, we said 10 to 10. Daily for them,
Convenience stores?
yeah.
Well,
Okay, 10 to 10 beer sales
10.
for convenience stores. Well,
10 in the morning, we might should be able to open before that. I
What,
just don't
9?
think they should stay open any longer. It's 10.
10 to 10 or 9 to 9?
well, I mean, let's stop and think, those liquor trucks start delivering at 8 o'clock.
When, these laws aren't governing your wholesale deliveries.
No, but I mean, you know, if you're gonna have people bringing stuff in and out, you're gonna have people trying to get in there and buy something.
Well, when I go fishing at 5 o'clock in the morning, you got a point there, I usually stop and buy a 6-pack to go with me.
Walmart got it.
But they've got,
But
they're gonna have
you're
the
telling me
same
now that
laws
they can't sell it, I gotta remember to go
the day
the
before.
day before and buy my beer.
Which is the huge argument now.
Where do you buy it at 5 o'clock in the morning? I'm just wondering.
Bootleg.
I usually stop at the gas station on the way to Cleveland, but if you really wanna know.
I mean, we got a lot of fisher people going to Katy Lake and, I mean, should we let them start selling it earlier in the morning? I mean, you're not drunk at early in the morning, that's at night when you.
Convenience stores, am I right in, this is only for low content? Is that correct?
That's all they can do.
Okay,
Anywhere where they at.
okay. So, low content, convenience stores, so you want 10 AM to 10 PM? You want 9 AM to 9 PM? What's your preference?
I think 10 PM,
7
Mr.
to
Bradford,
10.
that's what Dixie does, so let's do 10.
Starting at 10, open at 10.
No, sir, closing at 10. And why don't we let them start selling it at 8? That way Fisher,
Fisherman?
What'd you say? 7, you know, these people are getting out like,
If I can't buy it at
Mr.
5 o'clock in the
Vincent
morning, I
said,
don't
you
care
can
if I
open
have to wait
earlier.
till noon. to
open
buy it.
earlier, but not stay open later, like what you were saying.
Well, they can still set their own hours.
well, guys, what do y'all think? I mean, 10 o'clock, I think is late enough, but what about the early times?
You got a point, fisherman.
Well, the other business hours,
But I just didn't want,
The late night deal?
the chief said it is, they shift change at 6 o'clock. So we definitely don't want it during the shift change.
That's why it was changed to 7 because of shift change.
Maybe at 7, but 6 would be,
Okay, it's 7 AM the morning time, is that what you said, Ms. Walker? Well, why don't we do 7 then?
7 AM to 10
Yeah,
PM?
Yeah, we said we would start at 7.
Okay.
That's fine.
Because of the shift change.
okay, let's do 7 then.
Okay, that's for the convenience stores, low content. Now, they're open 7 AM to 10 PM, is that 7 days a week?
no.
What days? Is that Monday to Saturday?
Are we gonna let them open on, sale be on Sunday?
That-
Yes.
That's what I'm asking.
Well,
I would say on Sunday though, not that early on Sunday.
well,
That's just me.
Didn't we say noon on Sunday
Yeah.
for everything?
12 noon on Sundays. To
Or do you
what?
you just wanna go to 10 o'clock on Sunday? Might as well keep the ending time the same.
Yeah.
Okay, so 10 o'clock, noon to 10.
Yeah.
But now keep in mind that when we set up a date or time and those kind of things, they can be amended. We're not married to them forever.
Sure.
We need something kind of conservative to start with and downstream, see how it's working, or if we can enlarge it or restrict it. So we need something to get operational right now.
Okay, so we got our hours down. What's the next thing we need to go to, Mr. Midfield?
I don't know, did y'all read my?
Now, this is for all service stations, well,
Convenience stores, service
gas
stations.
stations.
You see anything else in blue in here?
What were the package?
I see where one temp got alcohol, that's good.
7 a.m. to midnight, Monday to Saturday,
All Bon Temps is
12
what we
noon
sell
to
is,
10 p.m. on
beer
Sundays.
and wine coolers. I think the sign's the same whether it's hard liquor or alcohol or whatever. And I could be wrong.
You know that, the proposed ordinance in here that would, let somebody, let other people bring the liquor into their
A court.
yeah, that kind of thing. And they're not selling liquor there, but.
Open
the
bottle.
Yeah, but then this open container law would, these people are still married to the open container law. So they can't be walking out of there with their open bottle.
Right.
They can actually either leave it there, find some other way to secure it.
Well, I mean,
But that's just something that they gonna have to do. We don't have to do anything here.
But if that's covered by state law, we can just leave it at state law.
Well,
We-
No, that's covered by city law,
I
both containers.
I think if they've got a bottle of wine and they put the cart back in it, that would be considered closed, but they can't walk out with a glass of wine in their hand drinking it as they trickle down the sidewalk. Unless it also covers in there, like for a festival, you're having a festival and they're gonna be, let's say on Pearl Street or something like that, in your festival permit, you have to define the areas that you're gonna let people walk on the sidewalk with the open container, according to this right in here.
Mm-hmm. So we're gonna have to go back and kind of restrict the boundaries that you're gonna allow this festivity to take place.
Well-
I think you all have something already.
It's already in, it's in this right
Okay.
here.
All right.
Yeah.
I wouldn't wanna see nobody, on the home road, that's what I'm saying.
Well, I think-
Celebrating them,
Well, yeah.
I think that'd be a little out of bounds.
Can you make it as simple as designating that area as a downtown business district?
Yeah.
Instead of,
I
you
mean,
know, trying to draw a
we-
map, just say
you could have a
downtown,
downtown.
which is already established.
Or the cultural arts.
Or-
district.
Or the cultural arts.
That's one thing that we didn't finish on when we, granted that festivity downtown, you know. That was, speaking of something else, that was something else that I wanna mention. Don't we have people here with, like a patio area that they,
Mr.
Mr.
Easley.
Easley.
can you talk to me about that a little bit?
What do you wanna know?
Is it enclosed?
No,
No
it's
fence or
out,
nothing?
there's a fence in the front, and then there's a wood wall fence in the back,
Okay.
and then on either side are brick walls of the building. So
Okay.
It's a gated, controlled entrance.
It's
not-
controlled. It
They
is-
can't be walking in off the street?
No.
That's, okay, no problem. You've taken care of it already.
Now, what are you planning to sell there? Alcohol or?
Also sell alcohol, hard liquor, and low alcohol content beer, wine coolers.
What did the state law say on
State law says that you have to have, so last page on the thing says you need to be within 4 walls and have climate control. However, I called the state and talked to them, and they said, well, you need to talk with your city council. And I explained to them what I have, it's a nice New Orleans style courtyard. And they said, if your city council's okay with it, then we're okay with it.
Yeah, his alcohol license
So
will
this is no
include
longer
that.
gonna be a art studio, this is gonna be a what?
Well, right now, it's an event venue. We've been renting it out as a wedding event venue for 5 years. We also have, festivals and the cruise, and different people use it and rent it for, the different festivities they have downtown. But what I'd like to do is to open it as a bar. And you come in there and you order your drink, you sit down, you have a beer or cocktail or whatever. And go on about your business.
Same premise as El Humidor's expansion, is gonna be open air bar.
Well, their adult beverage preparation area, they have to go inside, I believe, to the bar area and purchase it and then go outside. Have you got your, architecture drawings back?
Not fancy anything on them yet. But I mean, it's just like any other restaurant you go to. You go to Buffalo Wild Wings all the time, they got an open air patio out there and they serve you just like in a restaurant.
Mm-hmm.
It's got gates around to control the entrance to and from it, and all other agencies consider that to be part of the premises that is licensed to operate
That's a restaurant,
as a restaurant in that case.
this is gonna be a bar.
Well, we have the same situation with bars and stuff too, not here, but I go to them in Baton Rouge all the time.
Baton Rouge
Fred's.
Market, yeah, that's acceptable. I had to come look at that.
We'd love to have you come look.
Yeah,
It's really nice place
Take a
down there.
decision on that.
The,
I don't think the state allows you to sell alcohol on patio type.
I'm just telling you what they told me, Mr. Bradford. They said if it's okay with your city council, it's okay with the state.
I am a member of the city council.
that's it, okay. I'm gonna start on page 38, okay? Now, it basically start and track on employees that's working in these places. It basically track the law we already have for restaurants, okay? So it's nothing new there, it's got the employees card, and that's starting at 671. It is a 6-54 at the top of page 30, dealing with penalties and fines. Anybody see any reason that they want to tinker around with that? In addition to action taken by the city council, suspending, revoking, fining, or denying any license, and all that. Chapter, that other violation of this chapter can be punished by $500 imprisonment or imprisonment for more than 6 months. That's gonna be in our criminal, code, right? That's gonna be enforced by the judge with the court system. So the person can get arrested for that particular, okay? And the handling of, employees, got to have an employee's card, just like you have now in restaurants, if you dealing with that kind. And the qualifications of the applicant.
So the employee selling the 6-pack of beer has to have a,
You got to have something that qualify to be able to sell liquor.
I thought that was their age. Like,
That's
no,
one
no,
of
no,
them.
no, I don't mean serving a daiquiri. I mean, like, if you walk in a convenience store,
I understand what you're saying.
you have to have a card to do that.
The clerk at the cash register, if they're gonna sell the alcohol, they have to have an ABO card.
Just like a cigarette.
Okay, okay.
What about Walmart and you self-checkout?
You can't self-check out with alcohol.
You can?
No, you gotta do,
You have to go through a line?
you gotta go through a line,
A different checkout.
yeah.
Charles, what about, we were talking about last time about the people selling, it says 18 years, and you were gonna verify that was not 21. Did you get a chance to do that?
No, I didn't.
Because,
But-
someone brought that up, that had been changed.
I didn't see, I saw, I think it's over here in the red that said one thing, but I have to check on that, okay? Over here. I'm just making a new line, okay? Remind myself, okay?
I'll make a note too.
What is alcohol, what it is? They are, you all understand the classification of liquors, right?
Mm-hmm.
AR dash B, or AR dash B, and AR. Okay.
Well, we're talking about the A, let's go back on page 29, not 29, on page 39, it has 18, on page 20 to 38, it says 21.
Yeah, it contradicts itself.
That's what we were talking about at the
That's
last
what we're
meeting.
talking about that.
You can't even get an ABO card unless you're 21.
Okay, so that
That probably
clarifies
answers
that
that question.
right there,
Yeah.
21 years old.
You notice this last section here is not, none of this is in red here. But it's basically something that I gotta clean up, make sure that everything is right. I don't know how I got my time mixed up. 27 or something. But I'm all
See,
right
on
with that.
page 21, it refers to age. The age being, cause on my page 21, it says you gotta be over 18 years of age.
What page are you on?
21.
21 and 38.
21 of 38 needs to be amended as follows. In the red writing, number 1 does exactly the same thing as
18.
Yeah.
To get an ABO card, you have to be 21 years old. I mean, how can a minor sell alcohol when they're not even supposed to be in possession of it?
So we'll put that 21 there.
Yes, it's said over 18.
I thought the red was state law, Penfield.
It is supposed to be state law, man.
Well,
We can't change state law.
It says over 18.
I know.
so that means you could be
But I got the
19.
yellow there. Okay, it won't be no problem. I'll check that out.
It says you have to be 18 to serve it and sell it. You have to be 21
I
to drink
get
it.
it.
That's right.
You can serve it like area,
Well,
18, you can serve it at the bartender mixes it, just continue on a tray in a restaurant.
Right, all your little 18, 19-year-old waiters, you know, if you gotta wait until people are 21 years old to be able to hire them as a waiter.
you can serve it,
You can serve it,
Can't
and you
drink
can't
it.
mix it up.
you can serve it, so like, if you go to Roma's.
The
and-
bartender-
The bartender
and-
mixes it.
And you order a martini, the 18-year-old
It's served.
can serve it.
With a bar card from the state of Louisiana.
So who hands them their bill when they get ready to leave with their spaghetti and drink? The waitress usually gives them their bill, so she just sold it. So I mean, how does that work?
Clarification.
I don't know.
It says, private retailers and spirits while in grocery and convenience store to sell beer and wine. During service hours, you must be 21 years old. You must be 18 though to work as a server in a restaurant to sell alcohol or as a bartender. So if you're working at a convenience store, you have to be 21, but if you're in a restaurant as a waitress or whatever, you can be 18.
And sell it too, and give them the
Well,
shit.
With your ADO card, yes, you can.
Yeah, that's just state law
Okay.
right there.
I guess that's why it
I mean,
flip-flops
technically,
back and
she's not,
forth.
technically, that waiter's not selling you the meal, the business.
21 at a convenience store.
No, 21 at the convenience store.
Well, it says right here, alcohol beverage handling employee card shall meet the following, so handling, they should be 18.
Correct.
So the
But
key
as
word
far
there
as
is handling, I
At the,
guess.
But to work in a packaging
convenience stores and
store or
everything,
convenience
package
store.
stores, you have to be 21, but in a restaurant, it's 18.
Okay.
So 18-year-old at Circle K can't sell
Can't
beer.
sell it.
But you gotta be 21. But she can go down and work at Roma's and sell it.
No, she delivers it to you. She doesn't sell it to you. Roma's is
So
selling
they
it.
can't apply for the card.
They,
Right.
to be a waitress, you gotta have an ABO
So
card.
they're saying that 18-year-old, they work at convenience store, they can't apply for a card.
On page
I mean, they
39.
can apply for a card, 'cause
Yeah.
you can apply for a
On
card
page
when you're 18 period,
39,
but you can't sell it at the
They
convenience
won't,
store.
they won't give you a package of liquor card.
Yeah, they won't give you a package liquor card.
Mhm, yeah.
It's kinda hard when you got 18-year-old working at these convenience stores. If they the only one working, when you come in, you can't get in.
Well, they just said we couldn't supersede state
Can't
law.
get in.
Okay, thank you.
So that clears that.
Okay, where else we need to go?
You need to go to the, how much the fees are gonna be, I know we need to address that.
That's mandated by state too.
Mm-hmm.
We don't have any control over that.
One thing that we need to just also, and that's on page, 40, the issues of denial, license or permit or something, there are restrictions. And that we might get some, not no answer, but a person probably need to know if they don't agree with the fact that they don't qualify, they can go somewhere else and challenge that.
What are the qualifications? Because if the city clerk is authorizing them, I mean, what qualifications do we have to go by?
Well, that's what I'm saying right now. There are some qualifications on page 39.
You can't,
Must be a person of good character now.
And reputation.
I'm sorry?
He said it must be a person of good character and reputation, 18 years of age or older.
Listen, I didn't write this.
I know, I'm just reading, what it says.
Well, it's not funny. I'm just, you know,
It really is for somebody
you
to
know,
judge
our
somebody's
person's
reputation.
reputation can be gathered from the community. I'm being serious. So that is what they wrote down, I didn't write it down. But these are your qualifications, 6-72, okay? That's just starting out, there are other things, you know, like in number 2, if a person has been convicted of a felony under the laws of the United States, the state of Louisiana, or anywhere on this continent, that can prevent them from getting their license.
It might help them to understand where this draft ordinance came from. That you didn't just sit down and dream this up.
Mm-mm. No.
Might help for you to explain to them where.
It came from quite a few ordinances, Shreveport, Ruston, and,
Natchitoches.
yeah, Natchitoches. So none of this is
We're not
my stuff.
reinventing the wheel up here,
Right. I just put a lot of things together. This is what I use. So,
All I'm saying is, even with number 1, if I don't like a person and I can slander his reputation, then that means he don't qualify to get a,
not necessarily.
well, that's what I'm saying. It's on here, a person must be of good character and reputation, 18 years of age or older.
Well,
That's written by the state.
No, they said this came from different, this was
Different
drawn up
city
out of different
ordinances.
city ordinance. They didn't come from the state, it came from different cities.
I don't think one person can keep one person from
A
getting.
group of people,
Huh?
a group of people, they can come in and just, you know,
Well,
we don't like him.
It may
He can't
be-
get no thing. That shouldn't be on there. I'm
Okay.
just saying.
It's one of the factors that they consider. There are quite a few that they consider, Mr. Taylor, not just that one.
This is a state statute. They must be a person of good character and reputation and 18 years or older.
State statute, what's the number?
It's showing here, 1-5-04.
Oh, that's the holiday.
That's what?
That's in Northern.
Sounds like a day.
With it,
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
that's it. But it's.
But I
it's
don't think that alone would prevent anybody from getting it.
It's replicated on so many of these.
Okay.
Now, who's gonna police the alcohol beverage control board?
We don't have an
What
alcohol
you're talking about?
control board, that's
You're gonna
the,
have to have one.
I mean, that's the council.
No, it didn't have to be the council according to this.
What number are you talking about?
I'm on page 44.
Okay. By the way, Mr. Taylor, if you look at 97 while we were on there, it's on page 43. Decision to deny, suspend, or revoke permits or cards. Final on this appeal and reverse. So you can always have the option to appeal.
And back on, Mr. Bradford, back on page 20 of 38, right there it says qualifications of the applicant. In good character, 21 years, United States citizen, owner of a bona fide lease or purchase. If you lease it, you gotta have a copy of the lease. You can't be convicted of a felony. Some other things there. Can't be selling yourself. Shall not have had a license or permit to sell or deal alcohol issued by the United States, blah, 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 blah. Not be convicted of violating any of this chapter. It is not the spouse of a person whose application has been denied or whose permit has been revoked.
Well, there are a number of things.
Yeah,
Not just one thing.
to me, that's a pretty good list, rather than just saying good character. I mean, it kind of spells
This
it
apply to application goes to where? Where does the application go?
to, the city clerk.
The city clerk. So, I mean, really, it is subjective if you get, the first one is subjective. It just depends on how whoever is doing the application see a person.
Well,
It's subjective.
I guess my question is if somebody comes and applies for a license, we don't know if they've got a felony or not. Do we do a background check on each person? Okay, so we do a background check.
But that's not what this is talking about. Number one is talking
Well,
about.
but that needs to be in the ordinance.
It is in the.
It's written somewhere.
A background check?
To get it, you have to get the state, you
Well,
have to get a
number
state license
three.
first to begin with.
He must not have been convicted.
What page are you
Huh? I'm on page 39.
on? Yeah, but we won't know that, we won't know that if we don't,
It's there, number 3,
39?
on page 39.
Have not been convicted in the last 2 years in the United States.
That's number 4. Number 3 also have reference to
They've
that.
not been convicted in the last 2 years. The other state, United States, listed prostitution, pandering, letting premises for prostitution, together with liquor, juveniles, keeping a disordered place, or illegal dealing with other places. Doesn't say anything about running a background check.
No, but it should be understood, that's the only way you can find anything like that out.
Okay.
By having, a background check. So 2, 3, and 4, deals with all of that. So he has to be aware that a background check is going to be done.
No, that needs to be in writing.
Yeah, it does.
That needs to be in writing.
Yeah, I mean, you just can't say, oh, by the way.
Yeah,
It needs to be in the ordinance.
I don't have any problem with putting it in.
I mean, they're gonna have to fill out an application,
Yeah.
so it should be on the application that it's
application.
gonna
Yeah, they
be.
submit to a
And the
bank.
state law is a 35-day period before you get it. So they do,
It should be on the
state does
application.
the background thing.
It's gonna be done. And that's, to me, that's common in a lot of places.
Okay, now this alcohol beverage control board, we're gonna appoint somebody at the council, gonna do it, or?
That's right. That's, number what, sir?
44, 54.
Okay.
You got to have an alcohol beverage control board.
Well, it says you, the council, can be that, or you can appoint a 5-member board, so it's your option. And they're just there to carry out the orders, but y'all make the rules.
I think if it says, I think the council should be that.
I do too, until we have reason not to be,
Yeah.
because we're already put together.
Anybody have any, I'm sure nobody has any problem.
What does that board do, Charles?
I have no idea
Well, for example, if you have to revoke somebody's license,
what it deals with that. They
I
can
mean,
always appeal to.
yeah, they'll appeal and then y'all decide.
That's basically what they're gonna be, is the appeal board
Yeah.
for the,
They already
Employer.
down for that.
if you deny someone a permit or an ABO card or a alcohol license, they can come before the board and say, hey, the city clerk wouldn't let me have it because it said I wasn't a good character.
Don't the police department issue the ABO cards though?
Ooh.
Not the police department or the sheriff department issues the ABO cards.
They might for the parish, I don't know, but for the city,
They
they
gonna-
come from the clerk's office.
Yeah, they
Correct?
that's probably where they come in doing their background check.
Mhm.
Right.
So I guess we'll do a background check on do y'all do a background check on the ABO cards? Okay.
So this board don't have anything to do with it.
Not unless there's an appeal of some sort.
And that's the kind of way you want it,
Right.
you know.
You don't wanna have to deal with it every day.
Everybody that come in for you get a card, you have to go by the council, that's overloading.
So is there a charge
And that,
for
and that
background
kinda
check?
makes that number one a little clearer, that, you can't just willy
You know,
nilly.
There's
I
no
think
charge
that
for
costs, I
background
think
check?
that, how much do they charge for the ABO cards?
25, 30.
20, 25, something like that. That's for 2 years, I think.
It says right here, a processing fee of $20 will be charged for new
$20,
alcohol
excuse me.
beverage handling employee card application. $20 fee renewal application.
And I got to find out,
And it's good for 1 year or 2.
when we can start that year, okay, I'm still working on that.
Yeah, because we want to start it, we want it to run.
2 years, 2 years.
October 1 to September 30th.
Of the following year.
Yeah, so that it's the
Good.
same as our fiscal year, our budget year.
Okay.
So,
Just,
And you
you're
have to
gonna
pay
start it on our
full
fiscal
thing, there's
year.
no proration.
We're hoping to comply to the budget year. And then too, Charles, no prorating.
No, but you all can decide that.
Yeah, but
No,
that's,
that's not what it said in here, it said that it could be prorated, I read it,
but that doesn't mean we can't change it.
Why wouldn't we prorate?
Well, because it's more money for the city if we don't.
But it's harder, isn't it? Isn't it harder if you prorate it?
Yeah, because you gotta
Bookkeeping
keep
and
up
everything.
with,
I think it should be January.
Huh?
Nobody's sworn into January.
Well, hey, y'all kinda need to be kicking
But
that around
on
however
this
you want it.
application right
Ain't
here,
nobody
this
sworn
template that
in
you all
today.
gave the last time, there's nothing on here that says you consent to a background check.
well, that's why we need to add it.
Is it on the application?
No.
No, it's not, I just read it, it's not in there. It's something we'll add.
Does anyone have a,
Let me know, you want it on the application? Yeah, have it on the application, so when you
They
sign
need
the
to check it
application.
out, because you have to answer these questions
Yeah.
about being convicted, so they need to
Go ahead and tell
know
the truth,
that,
cause we'll find out.
that they're consenting to a background
Well, is
check.
it on the application?
No.
No.
Make sure,
I'm giving
make a
everybody
notation,
here.
put it on there.
So then, here's the other thing, if we're doing a background check, are they paying the fees for the background check?
Mr.
Who's
Min-
paying for it?
Mr. Minfield said no.
I don't think so, I think the police can do that for you.
Well, no.
That's why you get it in the police department.
Well, we had this new background
Yeah, we
check system.
we run the background check. What's it cost to run a background check on?
I don't run the background checks on this, they do it through the police department.
Do they do it through the police department? So,
That's
Do they
what
charge
they
you?
should go get the ABO card from the police
do
department.
they use our same method that we use up
Wait a
here?
minute. What did you just say?
That's why they should go to the police department to get their ABO card, because they can do the background check and everything. Why bring it up to the city clerk? When they go
Because
to the
that's
police
what we
department,
always
they
do.
they check for warrants, and they check for everything else, and then issue the card out. That's how it's done in Bossier.
Well, it may be done that way in Bossier, man.
I mean,
That
it makes,
doesn't
if you gotta
mean-
do a background check, I mean, to get an ABO card or check for warrants or whatever, why not just bring it to the police department? And then they bring the ABO card to wherever, you know, to the clerk or wherever they go from there. Why not issue it downstairs?
So how much do we pay for the background check with this third party? Track one?
58.
But then whoever's applying should pay for it. Because if they're denied, then that's money the city has lost. Why would we pay to do a background check? If you're applying, you need to pay for it. It's some fees that come with applying.
I don't have any problem with that.
Well,
But I put it down.
Well, we're in discussion, we ain't saying it's a problem with it, but we have to be in discussion
Yeah,
about it.
yeah, I mean, what we need to do, you just need to add.
Well, I have problem with the police doing, being hired in that capacity. Not the background check, but the other paperwork.
Or they come upstairs with their back, or they go down there and get their background check, and then they come upstairs to the city clerk with their paperwork, and then he issues the card. So they don't have to issue the card, but they get their paperwork from downstairs, once they get that, then they go see, Mike.
The police department does the approval, then they come up.
Yeah.
And they pay and get the card.
No, that
We're gonna do that.
What now?
If we're gonna do that, they gonna have to go to the state police to get it.
Go to the state.
That'll be the sheriff department.
State, it's gonna be the state.
For what?
Get a background check like you speaking of.
Well, with the ABO card, I believe it's just warrants or, you know, active stuff. I think they have their name right, it's not applying for the license. Now, applying for the license, that's different. But the ABO card, you know, you can't have somebody that's running from the police and they certain beverages. So that's just a warrant check.
Background check, how much, $58?
Well, I mean,
That's when applying for their license, they need a background check, but I think when you apply through the state, you have to go through that anyway. I don't think you can just have a city license and not have a state alcohol. Don't you have to have both? That's why they applied in Baton Rouge first, and
Yeah, you
then
gotta-
they're waiting to get applied to the city.
Yeah.
So that part's already been done. Because I know, Von Temps, they applied with the state already. So I guess they've been run, their name and everything's been run, they're clear. So now when they apply for the city, all that's been done already. The state gonna deny it if you know.
That's them applying, but if you have someone that's applying for an ABO card,
ABO
I mean,
card is different,
I know.
that's just being able to work at the establishment that already has it. So they should just not have any warrants, so you can go down to your regular PD and get ran like that and just get it all clear.
So what about the convenience stores, the people that selling alcohol?
Same, well,
Shouldn't be.
The business has the
the
alcohol
business,
license.
yeah, the business has the license
The
already.
tellers will have to have an ABO type card.
So anybody, they can just let anybody sell it.
No, you have to go get.
As long as they pass, as long as they pass the, you can get the ABO card.
But it just said they had to be 21, at your convenience store.
No, but what he's saying is you gotta still be able to have that card, that beverage handler's card. So what I'm saying is, you can't have any warrants or anything, any active warrants or anything like that and have that card. So the police department is the only people that's able to check for that. I can't run, you know, your name and see if you got warrants. But you go downstairs, they can find that out. And it's not about doing a background, it's just to make sure you're not actively on the run.
Well,
That's what I was talking about. That
the
should be-
company we use, don't they let us know if there's any active
I
warrants?
only pull from 3 parishes, Catawba and Webster, and I think the police department is more statewide.
Okay,
And I also have to go to city court and pull those records myself, that doesn't come through track 1, but the police department has all those records.
okay.
But Michael was telling me, what were you saying about the state license?
Before the city issues a alcohol license for any restaurant, the state has to go and give the go-ahead before we even issue. You have to bring in your state license before the city is issuing a restaurant license.
So they're doing a
They're
background
doing
check.
it.
Yeah, the state does it before it even gets to us, anyway,
That's
that's what I'm
not the
saying.
employees that's selling the
But the
alcohol.
ADO,
in
that's
the
what I'm saying, they don't have to have a,
There's
they're,
some-
they're
You know,
selling, they just have to be clear
y'all,
from
we
warrants.
mixed up here. We dealing with the person who's getting the license to sell.
The person that's selling it just needs to make
The
sure they
buyer
have a
with-
warrant.
Well, for example,
And the person who
How
sells
you
it in the
going to
store.
Downstairs at the police department, that's why I said they should come through the PD first. That's why they should go to the police department. In Bossier, you have to go to the police department, and then, you know, you make sure you go back and get your everything come back clear, they issue your card. And then you take it over to, if you working at Fast Eddie's, you take it over to Fast Eddie's and.
Is that how you get an ABO card now, Michael?
Yeah, application is filled out, we're gonna check it, if it comes back clear, we're gonna
You gonna say what?
inform the applicant, and then he goes out to the rec center and gonna get his,
So
What do you
instead
check?
of them going to the police department, you handle that for
we
them?
handle it. We're gonna give the information from the applicant to the PD. And they come back and say, driver license issue, arrest for drugs or whatsoever.
So
But
we do that, we just do it for them instead of sending them
We take the
down.
application and ask the PD for the information. But I'm more than happy to give the PD the authority to issue the.
Have a responsibility for taking care of it,
Can
huh?
they do ABO cards now?
No.
But I see what you're saying, so they fill out the application, turn it in to you,
What they
you
use.
check it, and if it comes back okay, then they come back and pick it up.
Yeah.
mhm.
And then we send them to the rec center because that's where we have a card printing machine.
I guess it's not as strict for the server as it is for the owner of the license.
Yes.
Okay, so is everybody clear on that?
Yeah, because I think people would, I had to too.
I just didn't get my question answered and I said.
What is your question?
What was that?
What is your question?
I like what Ms. Walker just said. Okay, I have got permits from the city that I paid for out of my pocket. Sitting there, when I go down, issue a permit, get a permit, I pay for that permit. I agree with Ms. Walker, what Ms. Walker said about why the customer should pay for it.
Yeah, it needs to be on the application. Was that your question?
But there's not a background, there's not a background check for the ABO card. There's not the $54 background check for the ABO card.
I think you're talking about to get the owner of the building to
He
get
said he
the.
was checking something. I asked him what he was checking and, but I guess it's not.
It is important. No,
Cause I didn't get my question.
You- look.
We don't go on.
you can get your question answered. Let me tell you what I think happened here. I think people was getting the permit and the license and all these different, person who wait on people and all this and handle the liquor that way, all combined and
Yeah,
confused.
there was some confusion, that's why we needed clarity on who's doing what, who's paying for what. I mean, the ABO, the people selling the alcohol in the convenience store, I understand that business has to get a license, but, I mean, the person that's behind the counter that's selling it. So again, that means that anyone can sell it just because the business has a license. That's what I'm not clear on.
No, they've got to have an ABO.
They've gotta have a card from downstairs, like if
Okay, so do they have to pay for the background check?
the business or the individual.
The ABO card.
Whoever
holder.
the applicant.
Mr. Fluor, when they ask for an ABO card,
Are you talking about
does
the applicant
the police
downstairs?
department charge you anything?
No.
They do it pro gratis.
So would the business pay for the background check for them?
Ms. Walker,
They should.
he just said that the police department does not charge for the background check that is done for the ABO and the handler's cards.
No, we do not have handlers cards at the.
Well, we don't have a handler card now, but an ABO
Okay,
card.
so,
Because the cards are designated to the place where the person handles
so,
the alcohol.
so,
there
let's
is
say,
no, excuse me, there is no way to issue a general ABO or handler card, so that person can today work at Walmart and tomorrow at God knows where.
Right, but what she was asking about was who paid for the background check that's done. We don't,
The background check is they're gonna look in the computer, if they find something, it's written down, if they don't find anything, it's good to go.
no extra charge, not the same background check that Wanda was talking about.
No.
That's what she's trying to understand.
Well,
If they don't meet these qualifications, then they don't get it, they still need a background check.
well, right now, we don't charge, but we're fixing to be flooded with people, so we probably ought to at least charge $25 or something.
How much is a background check?
Well, but,
$58.
but
No,
that,
that's for, that's for the licensees, the permit holders,
Yeah.
that's not for the ABO card
yeah,
holders.
the person getting the license, like to sell, to hold the
The
license,
store owners.
the store owner, yeah, the store owner pays $58.
Wanda, how much did you say a background check cost?
58, but they go to the police department and they don't charge.
And we only do 3 pairs.
I do Caddo, Bossier, Webster, and City Court.
But Wanda doesn't do alcohol
No,
license.
I don't do
I know,
alcohol.
I'm just asking about that.
Baton Rouge does the alcohol license check.
No, wait, we're still getting confused. We're talking about the person banging on the keys on the cash register. That's
That
what we're
person
talking
has
about.
an ABO
Yes.
card, and that's just a background through the police department,
Yes.
because they're not charging for
Yeah.
it.
But what Ms. Walker's talking about, since we're gonna start doing hundreds of those.
No, I think she said, okay, just a minute ago.
No, I mean,
You straight now, right?
No.
No, I'm saying, oh yeah, I'm talking about what he's talking about, the person that's actually checking the people, the customers out. If they have to meet these qualifications, why shouldn't they pay for the background check? Or
They just
either
said they
we-
didn't have to.
The background check doesn't cost us
Ms.
anything.
Walker's saying, what I'm saying is, let's start charging at least
Y'all
$25.
always talk about the city making money, so you just gonna let 500 people come in here and apply, and you not gonna charge them?
I mean, I'm saying we need to charge them.
I think, because it's gonna take time from the police, staff down there to run those checks.
Exactly.
So they ought to be compensated for something.
Background
Exactly.
check is a background check, $58.
No, that's what,
But
that's how much it costs to do
To
the
do
one she's talking
outside,
about.
to
Yeah.
outsource it.
To outsource it. This is, they don't get the same, the police department,
Yeah.
they do theirs, they don't use that service.
Okay, so we don't charge half of that,
Well,
$58.
I think we should charge $25. I mean, how long does it take them to do a background check? Does anybody know?
The police department?
Uh-huh.
24 hours,
Oh, well, you just call in information and they send it back to you?
no, they,
No, you actually supposed to be fingerprinted. Now, when I had a background
Yeah,
check
me
done
too.
legally, I had to be fingerprinted for work.
only,
That's the way they
That's
check.
the way we do, and ours takes about 3 months to come in at preschool.
Well, you're gonna conceal weapon license, you have to be fingerprinted for that.
So-
But that's a little different, you know. No, you can't wait 3 months to get your,
No, I mean, in the school system, it doesn't take 3 months. It might take 72 hours
I
at the
don't know where
most.
we're doing ours from.
You know, so if,
You might ought to talk with the police department, cause they may wanna start charging to do this.
Well, I think what they're doing is not really a background check, as we all understand, and as Wanda gets done, they do more like what Mr. Taylor was saying, a warrant check.
Right.
They just check their records down there and make sure that you don't want it for some reason.
around
So,
here.
and that's why they don't charge, I'm assuming,
We're just dealing with.
they don't.
but still, with this meetings we're fixing to start doing, we should charge $25.
It's a great point.
I don't have any problem with that, and I
Just roll it
would not
into
if I did
30.
anyway, you know, if y'all wanna
What-
put that in there, put that
What
in
does a
there.
card cost now?
Since there's gonna be a lot of people.
ABL
I
card?
thought it was 25,
So it'll be $50.
but
So if it's 25 now, it'll be 50.
Take that money.
Said that it's got to contain a picture and fingerprints
But
of the
look at it
person.
like this, if you are
Cards
going
out
to,
there.
if someone is going to employ you, then actually their business should take care of it. You know,
yeah.
that's what I
What
would
page is that on?
That's what I would do, but-
Page 40, 54.
But some convenience stores go through a lot.
But if you have one, it's good forever until, you see what I'm saying, so
6.74.
once it's paid for, then you have it until it expires, even if you work at a gas station and you work at Chili's.
Actually,
It
no.
expires annually.
The ABO cards are
Specific.
business
I think
specific.
it is too. Oh, really?
Yeah, that's what,
Non-transferable?
He said,
non-transferable, the ABO card is for that business
that's what
specific.
he said.
In his office.
And they're two years. $20.
So is the car transferable, if you get another employee, do they have to buy another one? Or just transferable for a new employee? You can't-
To be specific to the employee too.
Got our picture of.
What it says right here, alcohol, there it says a processing fee of 20, we wanna change that to 25, or page 40. Processing fee for renewal, existing card, when you renew them, do you run their background check again, after 2 years?
Don't you think you should?
Yeah,
After 2 years?
a lot could happen.
Well,
So 25 there too.
What if you got the same employee that you've been
Yes,
having,
yes,
having, and having?
excuse me.
When they
So
come
you
up with
mean-
a
okay.
renewal, you don't need to keep background checking that
Wait,
same
hold on,
employee.
we just said,
Charge
we just
them
actually
money.
came out and said
Well, they
that
work for you, they
the
got the
ABO
same
card,
employee.
the police doesn't charge for the background check. And then we came out and said, well, let's charge them.
I think you ought to check.
You know, I just had him stop the tape because this,
Well, it says right here on page
for
40.
the ABO card, they charge $25 for an ABO card. And then you guys saying add another $20 onto it for something that's free.
A background check?
That they just said, the warrant check is free from the PD.
Unless they do a more broad background instead of just warrants.
So the job that got the alcohol permit should do the background check on their employees anyway. I mean, why should the city?
But they don't.
Well, that means that person's gonna lose their job if they can't apply for ABO card. Because we're doing a background, we're doing a nationwide background check. They're working at the convenience store for a reason. I'm just saying though, they're working at the convenience store for a reason. Why take jobs from people for something so minute? The place is already asking for, the establishment that have it has to have a background on whoever applies for the license with the state. If you're gonna sell it, I'm working at this convenience store, just selling it, I should just be able to pay my $25, get my ABO card, and go back to work. But if I can't get an ABO card, that means I can't go back to work,
Well, you know-
because I got in some trouble down the line. That's not fair.
No, I mean, here's the thing, if they are going to sell alcohol.
It's not their choice, they just
No,
got a
no,
job.
no,
It's the place
because in the
that's
stores,
doing it.
you may have 2 people, so you have one, that doesn't mean they have to lose their job, that just means you have someone on that shift with them that can sell that
Some stores
alcohol.
can't afford to hire 2 people to work a shift.
If they about to sell alcohol, they gonna be able to afford it.
I don't think it's right. Honestly, that's just my opinion about it. I feel like
I'm
though,
saying
if they don't have any warrants, they're safe. If they're not actively running from the police, they
Wanda,
safe.
how is it working now with the restaurant?
I don't do that.
Who does that?
Michael's office.
Michael, how is it working out now?
Well, if you're gonna look on the application, the current application, the applicant has to gonna give several information. And I believe the PD is doing the background check. We're gonna have the person who is applying for it, it's gonna get fingerprinted, through the PD. And then we're gonna issue if the state has issued the liquor or the alcohol license, we issue the alcohol license.
Now, we don't
We're not
want to
talking about
confuse
him. We're talking about the
licenses
person
versus
who-
ABO.
That's
handling
two
card.
different things.
Two different things.
So for the handlers, do they do a background, do we do a background check right now for the handlers?
This check.
For the ABO card,
We have them at the restaurants, you got waitresses that are handling alcohol at these
yeah,
restaurants.
it's an ABO card
And they don't do a background check for them, right?
downstairs.
Exactly.
We
That's
gonna
what I'm
take
saying.
the application,
My question was, now that you know what I'm asking for, the ABO card,
right?
all right, how much does that cost?
I believe 25, I heard 20, I would have to look for that.
That's the total, with all, everything get everything done costs about $25.
Right.
And are you suggesting that you add another fee to it, increase the fee? That's what you're
They
saying?
have to have a background check. So if they don't get a background check,
The ABO,
They don't get a third.
the ABO card applicants, under normal circumstances, are 19 or 18 and a half, 19 years old. Minimum wage, if you're gonna put another $20 or $25 on top, the restaurants have a hard time to find servers, because the servers in your restaurants
They only make
are high
$2.25.
school kids.
What did you say? I didn't hear what you said.
Waitresses only make $2.25, so to charge them $50 just for an ABO card, that's unfair to them. They make $2.25.
I thought that's what you was asking for.
No, I don't want no more money, I'm just saying not for no ABO card. They only paying $25.
You can't make it so hard on the businesses that it's gonna stop business from happening. You know?
Stop anybody from being able to work.
Or stop
Like
anybody
they
from
get
being
what-
able to
they
work.
get
You
paid
can
off of
restrict things down to the point where it's just absolutely ludicrous, and that's what I think, Mr. Taylor is saying is
But
that
if
we
it's
don't wanna
someone
regulate
in a
ourselves.
convenience store that's checking out customers, yeah, I understand the service, I'm just saying,
Hey, y'all gotta come up with something now.
I think we should just leave it at the $25 at the city.
Can we change it anyway, just a state law? or what?
Well, right here it says 20, so change
You
it
got
to
a state,
25.
you got a state law?
Yeah,
Like
sure.
fees?
My
This is-
supervisor, we charge $25.
We'll get
Oh, we
something
already
anyway.
changed 20, well, he, what did she
Okay, well,
say?
you want your $25.
You got a state law like?
State business.
No, we did.
So,
Yeah.
And Michael said he's gonna charge the 25, right?
Yeah.
Okay,
So
so,
we make sure 25 is on that.
so is the renewal gonna be 25 too?
Make sure 25 is
I'm
on
not sure if it's 20 or 25.
$45.
He's going with
Y'all can pay $2.
Is it not right in here, Michael, in the ordinance? Because it says 20 in here.
Hey, wait.
I think that's your model ordinance.
Come back on now.
I don't think that's from ours. I don't think that's from our ordinance.
So we're looking at an ordinance that we thought was ours, but it's
No,
not.
no, that is not, that is a proposed ordinance that they put together from conglomeration of other cities. That's just a marker space, and they're saying that you've got to decide what your fees are gonna be. It's written in there as $20, but you gotta decide what they're gonna be.
So we got, I think the general consensus of everybody on the table is 25.
Well, Michael's going to see.
What we're charging now.
Okay. And the city gets that $25. But then they have to go out to the rec complex and get their card, is that correct?
Well, the card is $10, so
Well,
$35.
that's what I was thinking,
Yeah,
that was my
$35.
next question, so do they pay $10 out there for the card? I mean, do they get the card from you? Where's the card come from?
Michael can probably tell you.
$25.
Okay, where does it,
Classified, waiter, waitress, license, $25.
Do they have to pay for their card when they go to the rec center?
No, they pay up here,
so,
$25.
That $25
So the
covers
card's
the
no
card.
extra.
that covers the card as well, so.
If the $25 are paid and everything comes back, the person gets the ABO card.
Okay.
Why would you ask, the police force say we anticipate an influx of more applicants because of selling alcohol? Are you gonna be able to handle them in the same manner? If they can, then no charge, but if it's gonna be a burden on them,
Here are the fees.
they might be charged.
Well, there will be a $25 fee, so.
I understand that, but I'm talking about over and above that.
Okay.
If they can handle it the way they've been handled without a burden on them,
Well, the
So-
beginning is
so
gonna be
the
a-
fees-
we've already changed it.
We're gonna sell
Influx, we've already changed
initially,
it.
but then it's gonna,
Level out.
it's gonna
We did
level
it
off
for
and not be
me.
a problem.
Mike, did you do that, change to 25?
I did.
Pam, did you change it to 25?
25 is what was there, yeah.
Okay.
Now, if y'all wanna change, go up because you think business is gonna get better, it's gonna be a more, influx of more people coming up, applying for licenses now.
You know what I was
We hope
hoping?
This is the trick.
I was hoping that this would be so streamlined that it would be easier to do business in Minden than it would be in Houghton. Because Houghton's gonna open up theirs just as soon as we open ours up.
And they're gonna copy our ordinance.
Right.
That's what they're waiting on.
And
And
Spring Hill
Spring
as
Hill's waiting on
well.
our ordinance too, everybody's watching us. Okay, So.
Are you okay?
So it's $25.
Mhm.
I'm thinking about Monday,
On the,
when we put this thing on the
which
agenda.
page are you on?
I want everybody to understand.
So when they go get the card, they gonna have to pay another $10.
No.
I mean,
$25.
Oh, okay.
$25 total.
So basically, we already paid $10 for the card, so the city get $15 after that.
Car's, car's not costing.
I mean, well, we charge $10 for cards at the rec to get membership anyway.
Oh, they don't charge for the ABO card.
Okay.
So if the police department wanted to charge for fingerprinting and doing whatever, they could charge maybe $10 or something. Yeah, I'm just using,
If it's gonna create a
yeah.
burden on them, then I think it's fair to charge them.
Well, I'm just saying, this is me. If I owned a convenience store, or if I owned a restaurant, and I was gonna send an employee to get an ABL card, and they work for me, I, the business, would pay for it. That's what I would,
exactly
that's
what
what I would.
That's what I-
Huh?
That's what Walmart.
That's what I've been saying, the business, I mean, they're investing in them, investing in their business. I don't see why a business would not pay for an applicant.
I can tell you, Hopkins does not pay for, my son was a waiter there, he had to go pay for his own, he had to pay for his shirt, he had Hopkins on it, and everything. So, Hopkins won't pay for their.
Well, the business is undergoing the license to sell the drink in the first place.
Right. And if this comes back.
And what they're saying,
and
it's
it's
no good,
good,
once your son left
This is the
Albuquerque, he had to go again.
Yeah, can't use the same card.
That card is his, and if he'd have went to a different restaurant, he'd have to go back.
To go
and
back,
get another-
right.
Yeah, because it was specific to that restaurant.
Wonder why is that?
Pretty thorough.
Well,
I mean, that's something.
Alright.
I think that's a state
Think that
law.
ABO card
Big
was
law.
that could be.
I mean, but
Mine was good anywhere.
I mean, if you've been background.
It'd be like your driver's
So
license.
they-
Mine was good anywhere.
That's what I thought too.
yeah.
When I had
Well,
mine, it went everywhere.
I can say when I was going through college, which has been a long time ago, and I was a bartender, that my card went with me everywhere.
Is that, if it's
It
not
might have
state
changed,
law,
I mean,
then
you know, I
you
don't-
can fix that.
Okay, we'll verify that.
Cause it doesn't make sense, if you're qualified to do it in one place. Why,
Okay, Mr. Minfield, what's next?
We got our hours of operation, right?
Yes.
Correct.
Hours of operation, hours to sell, right, and handle or to disperse. I'm on, page 48 right now. Page 50, I don't think we're dealing with anything off premises consumption. I think,
What is the downtown zone thing? Are we made to that yet?
which one are you on?
Yeah, right here on page 49, it says downtown zoning districts and stuff like that. What is that about?
Page 49?
Non-downtown, section 6-155.
Hours of operation of the retail business.
Are you, Mr. Taylor, you talked about like, we're telling stores they can't sell past 10, so we need the restaurants is gonna be different.
I mean, but what I'm saying is, why is it just classified for downtown? All restaurants aren't downtown.
They,
Page 49,
So we need a
Non-down, well, there's,
non-downtown zone, that's what I'm saying, like,
that's on the road and.
So we need a third category for restaurants.
why is it, what I'm saying, why is there a difference between downtown and the rest of the city?
Now, remember, these were copied out of other cities, this might have just been some wording that was used in Natchitoches, who knows? Minfield,
I don't think we
might
need.
be
We need to do away with all that and just put
Yeah.
restaurants.
Yeah.
Yeah. So what time do we want restaurants to stop serving alcohol? It can't be 10.
What did they do?
What the, I mean, what?
Well, I mean, well-
What do you all do now at Romans?
11.
or leave it alone.
But I mean, but let's think a little further out of the box. You're gonna have a sports grill or bar or whatever that's gonna be across the street. You know, what time do places like that and others?
Curfew is at midnight, so it should be
11.
the same.
So what
Well,
time
I
does
don't know,
restaurant close?
midnight,
Well, the restaurant closes at 11,
Mhm.
but if you're doing a bar, which we've got approval to do bars
And nightclubs.
and
And
nightclubs,
nightclubs.
but curfew, the amended curfew is midnight. So it should be the same as curfew.
Yeah.
But I guess, so nightclubs shut down at midnight as well?
Mhm. Yeah.
We don't have.
so how do y'all wanna change 155?
We have a curfew in Minden?
No.
What orders book here? We don't have a curfew.
Well, what was the chief talking about?
Minors under 18, they have a curfew.
That's it, yeah.
That's what, yeah.
Yeah, that's what they
I
say.
don't have a good.
I knew that it got it cut off at some point.
So,
I'm in bed before then anyway, I don't know.
so bar,
Just in case.
I mean, bars and
Bars at
restaurants run
11.
till like
I mean,
midnight.
you know, that's a bar,
Most of the
last
cities,
call time is what?
2 o'clock.
2
in most
o'clock.
places.
Yeah, 2 o'clock is last call.
In most places.
It is.
Yeah.
Okay, so what do y'all wanna do with 155?
I mean,
There's some time down.
What page is that?
that's on page 49. First off, the wording needs to be,
Yeah,
Well,
times,
well,
I say 6 a.m. to
You
4.
can just take out that non-downtown zoning district, scratch that part
well,
out,
it probably just needs to say,
on premise,
on premises, buy the drink, you know,
1 a.m.
on premise construct.
1
I
a.m.
don't know if they're gonna make it to church Sunday morning, but
no, they make it sometimes because you can smell it.
On the preacher. Well, you got to get bars and clubs on in 12 o'clock.
I mean.
I say midnight.
I say,
What
it
time?
gotta be last call
You
You have
time.
people that go out at midnight.
Yeah, I don't go out till 11 o'clock.
I mean-
So we only got an hour.
Fun don't start happening until 11 o'clock, right?
They're just gonna leave your bar and go to Spring Hill and whatever bar.
Get
they're
rid of
on the road.
And
Yeah,
Rather have them in the bar drinking than.
I think it should just be last call time too.
It should be
Do it.
It should be two, last call time.
Yeah, midnight.
Yeah.
Many got alcohol now.
I'm not
I
saying
mean,
it's
because-
good, but I just can't see, whatever. See, I be at.
What time is shift change?
At 3 o'clock in the
Oh,
afternoon.
it's 6 to 6.
Oh. Yeah, it ain't involved, it ain't interrupting shift change.
No, they don't
See,
12
so
hours.
we still not coming up with a time.
Could we put,
Mr. Taylor, what do you think?
It's a bar, nightclub, 2 o'clock.
Ms. Walker?
Agree.
On premise.
On premise
Mr.
consumption.
Bradford?
2 o'clock.
On premise consumption.
You okay with that, Mr. Beard?
I could care less, but yeah.
Okay, so put 2 a.m.
I mean, I'd say never, you know, but 2 o'clock's fine. Takes 5, that's when, cause you guys know,
What page is that?
in a
On
restaurant.
page 49. 49 is 54. That's all gonna have to be rewritten, because it talks about all kinds of jazz. Are you writing that down, Mr. What?
No.
Pam's
I
got
got
it,
it,
Pam's
I got it.
She's the keeper of notes.
Somebody needs to start an Uber service.
Man.
So they prohibited it.
Or Lyft.
We live right now, we don't wanna say that right now, I'm taking my idea.
Get that ordinance.
So we will have a deal in 2 and 3 o'clock.
Prohibited hours be 2
You're
a.m.
saying in the bar, you close.
Do we?
Close at 2
Last
o'clock.
call.
2 and 3.
Last call at 2 o'clock. What time does the bar?
No, last call is like 1:30.
Yeah,
One
so you gotta give it
thirty.
10:30.
Bar closes at
Yeah, they close.
Everything's
before like-
closed from 2:01
That'd be the
a.m.
bar's call, if they wanna do last call at 1:30.
Or 1:45 or whatever, I mean, that's just long enough to get it cleaned up.
Right.
but-
They get people out, turn lights
Yeah.
on.
1:30.
Well, and the thing about it is, they can't sell after 2, they can sit in there and play dominoes at 3 o'clock in the morning.
If the owner wants to do
You
it.
just can't serve you alcohol.
Just
Yeah,
can't
you
serve
just can't
alcohol.
serve them alcohol.
Well, by that time, you ain't gonna need one, so.
Probably done had all you need.
Okay, what's next, Mr. Minifield?
Hey, y'all got the papers?
Special classifications, what's this?
Off-premise consumption, I don't deal with none of that. That's on page 50.
Well, we're not gonna deal with downtown zoning district.
So is this what page?
Well, a lot of like 51, 52, something, that's all. have to be-
53.
That's all have to be rewritten.
53, security requirements. What, one officer per 75 people?
No, I don't think so. Well, that's not my call, that's yours.
Well, we need to go back right here on page 49 because how it's working, city between the hours of what the.
155. That's what it
No,
is.
it's 2:01 AM to 5:59 AM.
So no alcohol being sold in hours.
So permissible hours would be
From 6 AM to 2 AM.
for a
So
bar.
159, well, 2 a.m., 2
Oh,
a.m.,
bar,
2 a.m.
2
Nightclub?
AM
Yeah,
for a nightclub.
It's a nightclub.
I mean, but sometimes, you know, some,
Yeah.
God forbid we have it, but some strip clubs are open in the daytime.
Ain't no strip club.
I'm just
Oh,
saying.
yeah, we're gonna get one.
Yeah, we're gonna get one. Some of them are open in the daytime. We will, yeah, alcohol.
So, okay,
Oh, yeah,
so
you're gonna get one.
what time can they open?
A bar?
6 a.m.
And
when,
sell
when they,
alcohol.
what's what we say, what time the
Well,
convenience
they can't
store
open at 6 AM because the liquor stores can't
Oh,
all sell.
7 a.m.
But we have a different category for restaurants and bars.
So, that's what I'm asking the question because.
Cause
if
some
you
restaurants
go
have
through it-
breakfast. I mean, they can't get a mimosa at 7 in the morning?
They usually do that like at brunch, and brunch is 97 in the
I
morning,
mean,
it
nah,
at least
I mean,
start
I
at
get
10.
a mimosa, you go to another broken day, get a mimosa at 7 o'clock in the morning.
So what time can they start selling?
The same with the convenience store, 7 o'clock.
Works for me.
No, I don't agree with that.
Really like to see it at 11 AM.
I mean,
I
if
don't
the
agree
convenience
with
store
that.
can sell at 7, why shouldn't the other establishment?
Well, they going in to get packaged liquor.
And then they go
But-
in and not coming out at 7. So if they go in there and decide that if they work at the graveyard and decide to go out when they get out of work in the morning, why should we stop? Some people nights start at 7 in the morning to work at these graveyard shift jobs.
Let me
So we don't have a
say this.
daytime
and
nightclub.
I don't know how,
Hey.
tell me what y'all think about
night
this.
bill.
I mean, you know, we're not talking about New York, okay? Let's get that out of our cranium right now. But I'm saying that to say this, we don't wanna create a place for lotters. You know what I'm saying? So we might need to have some little more short, a longer time period to open.
Let's do
Because
10.
people that go in there and just sit, just because they can.
The owner's gotta get some rest. He can't be up there the next morning at 7 if he's closing.
Well, you know,
Hey,
too,
they
if
go
they're
in,
hanging around in the club, not drinking anything, you get 5 or 6 people like that, and next thing you know, you got people that used to hang out on the corner, hanging out in the club, they ain't spending a dime.
And John.
So you might wanna keep that in mind too.
Yeah, that's
What about
that's
10,
the owner,
guys?
something on
That's
the
the
owner.
owner.
Yeah, that falls back on the owner.
10 or 11 for me.
Ms. Walker,
I just
10?
don't think anything, any establishment that's classified as a bar or nightclub.
On
should-
premise
On
consumption.
premise should have on premise consumption at 7, I mean, they shouldn't even be open.
Well, what about 10? Is 10 good?
11?
That's just.
I know
To me,
Roma's
that's
has
just-
brunch on Saturday and Sunday at 11, and they serve Bloody Marys and,
Well,
Right.
some
And
people
that-
have
and
brunch
that 10
hours on
o'clock
the
would be-
weekend for Saturday and Sunday.
10 o'clock
But
would be
daily,
conservative.
10 o'clock's conservative?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, 10 a.m.
Are you good with 10, Ms. Walker? Mr. Taylor?
and he good with 24 hours.
Basically, I don't feel like we should micromanage adults. Period, if they choose to have their establishment open like that, then let them, they the ones that's responsible for it. That's how I feel about it, we shouldn't micromanage everything.
Mr. Bradford,
They can open at 7, but they can't sell alcohol till 10 or 11.
Yeah,
Okay.
I mean,
Because see, you might have a sports bar,
Yeah, so
somebody
why are
might,
they opening?
huh? You gotta clean up.
They gotta open and clean up and accept deliveries and blah, blah, blah.
Oh, yeah, but business can be open.
They can be open
We're talking about what hours you can sell alcohol.
Right.
yeah.
Okay, is that every day, is that including Sunday, or you
What
want
time,
Sunday?
Yeah,
what
yeah.
time did you
No,
say,
this-
11?
Well, it needs to be
11?
10, because if
Doing brunch.
if your restaurants do
Weekend brunch.
brunch and stuff like that, so it needs to be 10 every.
We're not talking about restaurants, we're talking about nightclubs and bars.
You're
That's-
talking
that's
about on
different.
premise,
On premise.
On
and
premise.
separate.
Yeah,
that, that covers restaurants
but
and bars unless you
most of your
separate.
bars are in restaurants, I mean,
No?
Well,
well,
a lot of them.
What time do you open in the morning?
us,
Yeah.
11,
11?
uh-huh.
But they don't serve breakfast, what if you have a place that serves breakfast, what if I want to open a breakfast
But you
place?
got Habacu's, you got Roma's, you got, El
If I
Jimador.
want to open a place like another
What time does
broken
El
egg,
Jimador
and
start?
they
selling
specialize in
alcohol?
breakfast.
Get a beer with some
So,
eggs.
y'all, listen, if I open a place like, say we have another broken egg coming to town and wanna open up a business.
You know, I mean,
They
that's-
serve breakfast though.
Different, that
It's not-
is not a nightclub,
But,
that is not a bar,
so why?
that is a
But
restaurant.
why change it? Like I said, if the convenience stores can sell it.
Cause you're gonna attract
if
a
the-
different
If
crowd.
the restaurants can sell it, you can't differentiate between the restaurant and the bar.
Well, it's all considered on premise. All of it's considered, all of that, restaurants and bars are considered on premise.
Yeah, if you wanted to separate them, you would have to do it with, like, designate if they have food permits, which would say restaurants. If you have food permit, then you can sell alcohol starting at 7 o'clock in the morning. If you don't have food served, which is a bar that doesn't have a kitchen and sell food,
But the
then
sports bar.
you can't start selling alcohol till 10. That's the only way you can do that.
You're gonna have 3 pages of
Absolutely.
times where people are gonna, it's gonna be
It
a
should just be
cluster
the same.
And then there's gonna be
I think
some
that-
poor rascal that's got to try and enforce it.
Most of those bars are gonna be selling some food anyway,
Yeah, even whatever.
sports bar.
I don't know what that thing's gonna be called, what they call it, whatever.
Raise, boom, boom, boom.
Okay, 10 a.m. to 2 a.m.
10 a.m. to 2 a.m.,
What, serving?
serve,
On
on premises.
On
Serving,
premise.
serving, but they can open anytime.
Right.
They can open anytime, but they can start serving
They're
at
gonna have
10.
to clean up.
11.
And
I'm just- 11.
10 o'clock or 11.
Come on now.
Well,
listen, y'all decide.
I'm still thinking I'm thinking about the people that wanna go to an establishment, even if they wanna go and have breakfast or something, they may wanna go when no one is serving or selling alcohol. You have to think about
So
those
they gonna
people
go
that
to some
don't.
bar and they sell alcohol, this ain't no virgin bar,
Yes.
10 o'clock, leave it at 10.
I'm not a bar person, but I mean, even when I was a teenager, I don't remember bars being open in the morning. I mean, I just don't.
No.
I mean, the only
How long
time
ago was you?
I went to a club was at nighttime.
Only thing,
I did,
I
did
think
you
you
bar
guys-
hop? What time
11,
did they
I'm
open?
11, I'm 11.
Go Highway 8
Now,
to Bossier.
see, you may come on,
Yeah.
somebody might wanna open a billiard hall.
Tarika, I'll go 11.
Somebody may wanna open a, what's that?
Billiard hall.
Okay,
Now, they can
Pam will
go
go
in and
11,
shoot
Trick can
pool.
go 11,
It doesn't matter.
it doesn't matter. So hypothetically, it could go to 11.
I love it. Everybody with 11.
Mr. Taylor, just go ahead and go with the flow and do 11.
I'm Mr. Taylor, I like Bloody Mary at 8 o'clock for my breakfast. but I don't like-
Brent.
It's just your house.
You can go to the boats.
It's just your
You don't
house.
get a vote.
You don't have to. worry.
Let's do 11
Be at home
and
at 8 o'clock in the morning.
let's do 11, and if it's not working out, we have a
We'll
lot of
change it.
complaints, we can go back and change it. Okay?
Agreeable.
Okay, good.
Okay.
Step 2.
So 11 to 2.
11 to 2. Raise your flag, you got that one.
Okay.
Can I slip out? nephew's birthday celebration in Mosier. We're about through, where you think we are?
I think close.
Got four more pages.
Have mercy, cause I ain't got much time either.
Okay, to Mosier.
Yeah.
Let's have a birthday.
Pam's taking notes with the.
Okay, thank you.
Okay.
Later, be careful.
Yes, thank you, excuse me.
Don't stop at any bars.
I don't think that much on page. What page were we on then?
We want 49.
49.
Okay. I don't think that much going on in 50. Hours, did we deal with that already?
Yes. Don't start that again.
51, downtown, to retail.
Where,
That,
okay, that downtown, that's all gonna be, I think it all needs to be the same, whether it's downtown or on Homer Road or
Strike
Powelton
downtown
or
out of
whatever.
it.
Okay.
Straight time for everybody.
What page?
We're gonna strike
We're
downtown.
we're on 51.
yeah, take the word downtown out of it, it's
Yeah.
no different, it's not,
Yeah.
there's no
That's
show
what
a
it's
difference
saying. So
between
we'll take the
downtown and the rest of the
downtown out.
city.
Okay.
Got that, Pam?
Mhm.
'Cause you got that one, but I'm gonna turn it all
No,
over
she-
to
no.
you.
No, you're not, cause I'm way been lost.
You get Pam's notes.
Actually,
You
one
gotta get Pam's
fifty-five
notes.
and 156 are the same, it just says 156 is for the downtown
Yeah, I
area,
mean-
so we
I
can
mean-
probably just do away with
Yeah, we're just gonna do away with,
156.
anything that says downtown, we're gonna strike that.
No, we
and-
saying
and-
155 and 156 are the same, so
Yeah.
just strike out 156.
Exactly.
Got it.
No, we need to go back to page 50.
Oh, goodness.
She's saying you need to be thorough. We said no loitering, right?
Yeah, no longer.
Yeah.
So right here, when you look at C on page 50, persons prohibited from being on the premises. We need to make sure we have something like that too, saying that no one can be on the premises from whatever time to whatever time.
201.
And also,
What are you on as well?
On page 50, C.
see what Mr. Murphy,
Mm-hmm.
I didn't read it in here, I actually didn't read this, but is there any place, the places now have to have no loitering signs posted on their buildings that have alcohol on the, have alcohol in the establishment, we need to make that, no loitering. If they're selling alcohol, if they go to the store, I don't want them to walk in the store, buy something and then come outside and post up on the wall.
You put it in a brown bag and,
Yeah,
Whether it be violated open
I mean,
container.
but we still, the
Yeah.
the establishment needs to be,
Posted.
posted, and then they can, so many violations, heck, we can take it out of the establishment.
well, the establishment with C, with this being in the ordinance, they should post it, whether they post it or go out there and tell them to leave or however
It
they
should
want
be
it.
posted though,
Yeah.
still. So
Well,
that's when
we
the
did-
PD drives
put the
up.
word posted in there. No one should be allowed to remain on premises.
They need to have a sign they get from the
Yeah.
city. And post it.
Okay, I'll put that in here too.
A sign from the city,
Yeah.
are we gonna sell them?
Yeah.
Yeah.
We don't wanna get into the sign business.
We want,
It's just in the sign that they don't hang in the windows.
that they have to have on their
Yeah.
You
premises,
can buy
because
them.
Just a little placard?
Yeah, you can buy them.
Okay.
would they, cause the thing is, what you're gonna have is loiters.
Well, the
No,
sign
you're
can
gonna
say
have somebody
something,
call police.
loitering, ordinance number, blah, 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 and
I
have the
got
city
some people
decal.
loitering on my premises.
Yeah.
Yeah,
And once they do that 2 or 3 times,
Shall add
and
signs
get
and they'll have
arrested,
it ready.
yeah.
cut that out.
Yeah, cut that out, yeah.
And we can list the ordinance number and everything, and, yeah.
Let's go
that's
back,
it.
let's go back. What did we decide?
What page are you on?
No, I wanna go back to what we said about the, bars and,
That's
sports.
page 49.
I mean, I just wanna ask a question, what did we decide on Sunday?
Same thing.
We actually didn't talk about Sunday.
Yeah.
No, not for bars and no on-premise consumption, we didn't talk about that for Sundays.
The restaurants sell alcohol on
I'm
Sundays.
just saying, we didn't talk about the times for Sundays.
But I asked about Sunday.
I thought it was 12 to 12.
11.
10 to 11.
It was 11.
11 to 2.
Yeah,
11 to
yeah, 11 to 2.
On Sunday?
Uh-huh, 11.
For on premises.
Are you okay with that, Mr. Bradford?
I'm good, I mean, I won't be there.
Okay. So we'll have a sign made up to give them for loitering, well, with the ordinance number on there and all that kind of jazz.
Okay, so now.
And that'll go with when you sell them an alcohol license?
Yes.
Mhm.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. And when we tell them it must be posted in a visible place.
Conspicuous area.
Mhm.
Yeah.
And if it's not posted, what's the fine?
Mr. Cooley's gonna enforce that.
How much?
Whatever y'all want.
$100?
But if, I don't write citations or issue fines, that's the police department.
Huh? $250?
I don't write citations or issue fines, that's the
They're
police
$250.
department. That's the
$250.
police department.
What's court cost?
Okay, the loiterer gets a fine for $250?
Yes, and
So
if
that will be enforced by you?
No, that's the police department.
No, we're
The
talking about the
business owner?
business not having the sign displayed, they'll be fined, what, $250?
But the business don't have the sign displayed $500. They gonna display it then. They gonna display it then.
Well, it shouldn't be a problem.
Yeah,
Yeah.
but we just gonna make sure they display it.
Exactly.
$500.
Our goal is not to
Well-
give money, it's to make sure, because how can you give someone a citation for loitering when the business doesn't have a sign displayed?
So anybody,
City
whether
Hall,
it's a
it's
restaurant,
everywhere.
a
They should
convenience
know that.
store,
Outside
or
of your,
bar.
That's,
they
that's
can't
the
hang
law,
out
they
on
should
that
know
bench in
that.
front of Roma's.
For off,
How do
Or
they
in
know?
front of Hobble, they can't just.
They'll knock you
hang
down
out
stop sign.
off
If-
premises sales.
I mean, it's supposed to
If-
be
if they
understood,
have a-
but there's no signs displayed in many, about loitering.
Okay.
If they have an adult beverage in their hand, they can't hang out.
Off,
I mean,
Hang out where?
They're like in front of rooms on the bench.
if they're waiting to be seated, that's different, but just go out there and hang
Well,
out.
your alcohol license extends to your sidewalk.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Your
yeah.
business.
Well, I-
They can sit on the benches waiting for a table with a drink in their hand
Yeah.
and be legal. Open container
You'll say that
law.
again?
Yeah.
That's in the open container law.
Yeah.
Okay, so they can sit on the bench, they can go in Roma's or Habacu's and
Now,
buy a beer
Mhm.
and walk outside
And sit on
and
that
sit on the
bench.
bench.
And drink it.
Where is that been?
That's, I understand that, that's in
Front
the
of the
open
front door.
container law.
Yeah,
But if they step off that curb into the street, they're in violation.
you know, cause really the sidewalk's owned by Roma's.
Yeah.
Well, make sure we got laws in.
how about,
That
That's in
police
there.
officer knows that.
how about $250 for the violator and $250 for the
No.
business?
Well,
$500 for the business.
The
They'll-
open
they'll
container
have it-
law.
They'll have it posted then, and we won't have that problem without them having signs posted if you hit their pockets enough. Now, the person out there and the signs there, $250.
Well, that's gonna be, that's already established, and
That's
that's the
too
police
much.
department gives you a ticket.
But after warning.
That's already established.
But we don't have no signs posted.
Yeah.
They don't post signs on every law.
But that's what I'm saying, they have
If we're
alcohol.
gonna say
they have
alcohol
signs
is gonna be
posted.
posted,
Most of the alcohol consumption, places that's gonna
Where
sell
does loitering
alcohol
take
are
place?
gonna be in District A, B, and C.
Right, no,
I don't
I'm
know
not
if
arguing
people have
that,
that.
I'm just saying that the penalty against the loiterer, that's all handled by the police department.
Yeah.
It's already
They arrest,
set,
and
right?
those fees and fines.
Already
and all-
set?
Already set.
Okay, so for
Yeah.
the business, it's $500 then, we can set it for the business, if they don't have the sign posted.
Steep.
Yeah, it's supposed to be.
I'm gonna have it posted.
Huh?
It's supposed to.
yeah, it is. And
Now-
then we have posted.
Now-
On every corner around, going all the way around the building, or what?
At the
Just one.
entrance,
At the
just
entrance.
inside the
Come in
entrance,
the
outside the.
Well,
Look there, like how Roma sits on the corner.
Right.
So, if it's posted in the front, and I'm on this side, and I'm hanging out,
It needs to be posted by the entrance, if you
The,
have
the,
more than
bi-
one.
the,
Both doors.
the
Mhm.
business
Both doors.
owner needs to help enforce that.
Yeah,
Oh,
that's why the fine so, that's why the fine so extensive.
That's the way I feel about it.
yeah.
Right.
I really do. I don't.
You're not gonna
Why
have-
have a sign when all they gotta do is pick up the phone?
It's kinda like Mr. Taylor said, we're not gonna have a problem
Mm-mm.
at restaurants, we're gonna have a problem at
At the
convenience stores.
That's
Convenience stores,
Yeah.
they put a sign in their window, says no loitering for
There
ordinance.
needs to be one on the
such and
side, on the side of the buildings too, cause they'll go hang out right there.
I mean, there's some grocery stores that are gonna sell beer, or what do they call those big things?
Yeah, but they not gonna hang out
Quarts,
in
or
front
the
of
quart,
groceries.
fifth, or,
Yeah.
whatever those things are called. I don't know.
40s,
Yeah,
24 ounce?
yeah, those things.
16, you take your
But see,
pick.
they're
I mean,
not gonna
and,
hang out.
I mean, they're gonna walk right out the store and go on the side, and they're gonna hang out.
not at
Brookshires.
Brookshire's
Not at
or Walmart,
But.
but somewhere else, which would, yeah, somewhere else, then
most
it's gonna
likely
be a
in
problem.
Lombard districts, yeah.
These convenience stores, it's
Loves.
going to be a problem.
Yeah, hang out in front of Love's and, you know, turn up, I mean.
You all go to Shreveport and Boulder, you see people standing out there panhandling all the time.
I didn't think about Love's Truck Stop, they'll probably sell beer too.
They got one.
Those two truck stops across the road won't be selling it.
Okay,
They go
Unless
on
they
in
come-
city limits.
Unless they come into the city, and we'd love to have their tax revenue.
$500 fine for businesses not
Okay.
posted with loitering.
Okay.
Yeah. Yeah.
Now, you can buy a $30 sign and pay a $500 fine.
That's actually not be doing that.
I'm just saying that, just throwing a number out there.
Okay.
Okay.
Are y'all gonna vote on the open container like at events? Is that, y'all gonna vote
No,
on that?
what, are you talking about like at the Civic Center, thing like that?
Well, when like something,
Parades like
like
Mardi
the
Gras
barbecue
parades.
and all that stuff.
Oktoberfest
That-
and.
That will be a separate, permit. That'll be a separate permit for whoever's gonna, sell the adult beverages. They'll buy that.
Sponsor.
Yeah.
Is it in
But
this
if
ordinance?
open containers, will you be able to walk
Yeah,
around?
yes, it'll be a perimeter,
Okay.
yeah.
Is it gonna be?
A defined area.
Ma'am, that would like basically remain just like it is.
It'll be the historic district,
Okay.
not the
If
residential.
an event's going on, you can walk around the open
Yes,
container.
yes.
Is that gonna be spelled out in this ordinance?
Yes, it is, yeah. Okay, what else we have? Bye, Mr. Coppins. Good night. You're down to the end. Well, we were talking about the security guard while ago.
Yeah, that's there.
No, we wasn't, we were on page 50.
What's on page 50?
We were on page 50, talking about the hours that no one could be on the premises. So it would be 2:01
To 5:59. Oh, for the restaurants though. Okay, excuse me. For the restaurants, it comes up to 10:59.
No one would be on the premises.
and it's it's number 2.
201.
Yeah, 2A.
So,
Just for on premise.
What is this?
Wait a minute, I
On
think I.
C.
401, I mean, I see 401.
Oh, no, I'm sorry, actually, it's A at the top, prohibited hours.
The retail dealer is hereby prohibited to sell, serve, handle, or
C.
dispense alcohol. Oh, C?
C. Yeah, got me out.
I'm
No
sorry,
person
yeah,
should be
yeah.
allowed to remain on the premises, it's C, right there, so 2:01,
2:01 a.m. to
10:59.
10:59 a.m.
You're not gonna get a bunch of drunks off of them by no 201.
Oh, no.
They gonna stand out there at their cars.
Yeah.
They gonna leave at 12?
Yeah, they
Yeah,
gonna
but this
turn
gives you the authority to arrest them
Yeah,
and have
but-
something to.
But that's pushing it if they don't close until 2.
Yeah.
So you at least give them an hour to clear out.
negative,
15 minutes?
give them 30.
2:30?
At least 30, cause they're not gonna,
I mean,
they're not gonna clear out
like,
yeah, like talking about.
and 30 minutes is good because most times when you turn the light on, people start leaving. That's just how it is, when the lights come on, you know, you had your last call, lights start coming on before the closing time.
Everybody don't wanna see how everybody looks in the daylight.
Yeah, yeah.
Well,
And so they start leaving, so I would say 2:30.
you know what's gonna happen.
What?
When if you get any clubs out on the Homer Road, in these big shopping areas, they just gonna leave the club and go out clubbing.
Hang in the parking lot.
Yeah, hang out in the parking lot to 5 or 6 in the morning. We don't have any jurisdiction over that.
Yeah, but the cops do.
Yeah.
That's the
Do
lawyer.
they do that now?
Uh-huh.
Huh?
Do they do it
That's
now?
what the loitering signs are.
They have done it before, I don't know if.
Yeah, they have lottery signs in Park City, don't they, on those poles?
At least 2:30, I mean, you got to.
Yeah, I would say 2:30.
Well, they just don't leave here and drive to Walmart,
Yeah.
drive out in the parking lot like they do already.
Well, they can't do anything there.
You gotta give them time to clear out.
Yeah, I would say 2:30.
Somebody gonna want a booty call.
Got it, 2:30
I try to get her phone number.
Get the phone number.
10:59.
I know how you do it in my day. Right, cool?
Well, you
Well,
guys.
in my day, I was trying to get
I
a
gotta
phone
get
number
somebody
at
to-
201.
Okay, Mr. Brad.
I
The
think
girls got a lot prettier about that time.
Didn't they though?
Did.
It didn't matter.
Ms. Walker, what did you say?
Oh.
2:30 to, I don't know what they said. Was it
2:30?
Yeah, that's you
10:59?
right.
10:59.
Okay.
And,
Well, the next morning, we'll
page
cut your arm off.
53.
So 10:59 to,
2:30 AM to 10:59 AM.
Can we go to page 53, Ms. Walker? The security requirements,
What page you got?
page
53.
What about security? That's gonna be left up to the owner, I mean,
Was, I don't think we need to have security guards at bars and restaurants.
that's
and-
right. That's
I mean,
left up to-
huh?
Why not?
Well, I mean,
So you don't go over there?
no, I mean, well, I mean, no, I mean, this is what I'm saying. Let's take, when I was growing up, I don't remember, that was a long time ago. But, I mean, if I own a bar, and I'm gonna have a bar that I know I'm gonna have a rowdy crowd, then let it be my discretion that I need to have
Well,
a
I
security,
mean,
a
yeah,
bouncer,
most
whatever you
of them
call
have
it.
security anyway, because they have to have people checking IDs and
Yeah.
all of that and
Yeah.
searching them, you
Yeah.
know.
Yeah.
So I mean, now, I thought maybe you were talking about security for
It's on
these,
here, working on the winter and it just.
uh-huh,
Right.
like the liquor stores. Because most liquor stores do have a security officer in them.
Oh, really?
Yeah. Yes.
Yes. Report, they have
Yes.
armed at that.
Let's see, I don't.
Shouldn't
the
that
only
be
place I
there?
go
And
is
that's
Mike's,
probably
there's
the
nothing-
liquor store owners wanting
There
somebody
is.
there.
Yeah.
That's up
I don't
to
know,
them.
I see all the stores in Bossier have it, so I don't know if it's an ordinance or not, but all the stores.
If I owned the store,
Got it.
and it was likely to get robbed regularly, I'd be paying a security guard to be there.
Yeah.
I think that's up to them to do.
Okay.
Well, I don't know, when you see all the thrifties have one, I don't know if it's an ordinance or not.
I've got brochures right here.
So, I mean,
Yeah,
is it like a security company, but it's not like, is it a police officer?
No, it's a security guard, I mean.
It's
you
just
just
a-
probably
I
have
mean, they don't
guard
carry
or
it.
something.
Okay, feel like a bouncer. It says security on the T-shirt or something.
They're armed.
Oh, okay.
I guess it's up, that's their discretion.
Yeah, that's up to them.
Yeah, that's fine.
I don't see it on their
Some bar owners
ordinances.
are tough.
I didn't see it, I didn't see it on Ruston or Natchitoches or the ones I read. It's on this one. Where'd this come from?
Some bar.
This one right here.
Some
Shreveport?
bar owners are the bouncers.
Well, Shreveport might be different.
So can we take that out?
Just take the section 171 out completely.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yep.
What page?
I mean, if I had a bar or a liquor store, well, we have cameras in Romulus, so I mean, I have cameras. I got cameras everywhere.
Now, C, I think would be, but I think that's still discretionary on the part of the owner.
Well, we need to have another meeting pretty quick.
Let him.
Mr. Mansfield, when can you get ready and pull all this together? We're starting to lose everybody.
Okay. We can start trying.
We gotta have a workshop anyway, don't
I know, I mean, it's not ready to go to city council.
we? No.
I got ASAP.
So when? You tell me when you'll be ready.
It depends on Pam,
Okay.
what will happen when I can meet with her and Wanda.
I can
I
get
got
it.
to have somebody, you know, I got to be somewhere like, we have a computer, I download all of my stuff, okay?
Pam, can
Tomorrow,
you
next
and,
day.
I felt like,
when, Mr. Minifield, tomorrow's Wednesday, so you have court all day tomorrow.
I'm trying to get Wanda to say something.
What about?
See, I can download all this.
What about Thursday?
See, two women can get it together quicker.
Thursday when?
Do you want,
What Thursday?
do you, let's do this. Why don't we let Wanda and Pam get it together and then you look at it?
That's what I'm saying. Well, I don't know no other way to say it.
But
Whoever says it
you
wrong.
need,
But we don't have everything together for them to put together because we haven't gone through everything in here.
Well,
So we don't have
how come?
anything.
What did we need to do? We just did.
Oh, we can.
Yeah.
Well, do you have this where you can send her the file or she can edit
I'm gonna
it?
have it read, I can.
So we trying to get this on there for the February meeting?
No.
We need to.
Well,
I don't make the minute we had some
Yeah.
other stuff
Well,
like.
I'm gonna tell you, we
What I
really,
need, I hadn't gotten back from you that, employees meeting.
Yeah, it's other things he had to do.
Well, I've got you backlogged 6 years.
I know.
you know, there's people in town who have money riding on getting this liquor ordinance
I know.
done. So we really need to have this at the February meeting.
It's not gonna be ready for February.
Why not?
I don't see it being ready for February.
Well, if Pam and Wanda can get together, get the draft up for you to review, then we can bring it back to the city council, let them look at it, and we, at the next meeting, we give it a little few tweaks, then we could have it ready for February. Maybe.
Special meeting.
If not, we're gonna have to have a special, if we don't have it for February, the 1st of February, we'll call a special meeting to get it approved, cause we need to
Hold on.
get this done.
Hold on. I'm trying to get this gentleman here to give me that employees manual. Did she give it to
Do
you?
you have a red line copy?
On the employees manual?
Yes. You need it, you want me to get you another one?
Please.
Okay. Where you want me to hand it to you
Let
at?
you get it. Hey, don't go there.
Yes, you have one.
Did you get one that day?
Yeah.
I thought he left.
I mean, I gave him a copy.
Oh, okay,
I will, when will you'll be in the office in the morning before court, I will have it ready for you, hand it to you, I'll hand it to you.
Okay.
Drive me back to drinking.
Don't do it.
Mr. Bradford, did you
Don't
say
do
you're
it.
fixing to go get a drink?
No, I don't do it. I say drive me back.
Absolutely.
I got tired of picking up on the slope.
Well, I ain't never drank that bad.